Time now to focus in on all things technology. Brian Marshall of VNET is joining us now. Last time you were on, and passwords that's a topic that we talk about quite a bit because they're so complex. But it's really hard to manage them and to keep them safe and secure all at the same time.
Sure, and so I'm going to throw another wrinkle at you here. We're not going to call them passwords anymore. We're going to really advocate for passphrases.
Oh, right? Gosh, no, yeah. Brian, no.
So, and the reason I'm talking this way is we need complexity in our passwords,
yeah.
right? But that's really hard to do for the average person. So the recommendation now is let's use passphrases. So I always use like purple monkey dishwasher. So it's 3 words that I can remember.
Yeah.
I know how to spell them, but they don't really make sense in order.
Yeah.
So I can come up with tricks of ways to be able to get longer passwords without trying to memorize this whole series of crazy letters and numbers.
That is a good idea, you know, because it must be easy for scammers to research you. People use names, combination of names, middle names, perhaps graduation year, perhaps birth year, all that kind of stuff, and that it can all be determined, right?
It can, and that's what we know, right? So it's easy for us to remember that,
right.
Our old house number, the last 4 digits of our
phone number,
right?
Yeah.
All of you are changing your pins at home right now.
I know.
Right? So we all know how that happens. The other problem is, though, we use the same password everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So when we use the same password everywhere, even if you're great, so Amanda, you do your best job and you make sure you never give your password away, if Chase Bank gives away your password, or Little Caesars gets hacked, or whoever you may have put your password with, if that gets compromised, all of your passwords are compromised. So point number 2 is you have to use a different password everywhere.
Yeah, oh, that, and you should rotate them. You should change them out too.
Well, here's the good news. NIST has just told us that we don't necessarily have to rotate our passwords as long as we make them be complex.
Okay.
So I'm giving you a break.
Okay.
You can now pick a password for each one of your spots. You don't have to change it every week or every 2 weeks or every month anymore. It has to be complex and it has to be unique. Now, with that said, a lot of places are still going to make you change them. So how do you keep track of them?
Right.
Right. That's what you got to be thinking. Like, how am I going to keep track of these? Now, at VNET, we use password managers. We work with our customers, get them a password manager, et cetera. Now, if I'm at home and I don't have one of those or don't have the ability to get one of those, a little book. Write your password down. It sounds ridiculous, but you're going to have to do it.
You said last week, kind of tongue-in-cheek, you know, the chances of somebody breaking into your house and finding your password book is much less likely than a scammer figuring it out online.
The brick coming through the window and somebody crawling in is way less likely than somebody stealing it online.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about password rotation, we're really talking about multi-factor authentication.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're running out of time. Could we save this for next time you come in? Yeah, let's continue this conversation because everybody has to deal with all those passwords. Brian Marshall of VNET, we appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay.